What's up, y'all? Welcome back to 3-Star Draw. I'm down south 77, 3-Star Draw. And this here is an adult collector channel where we usually talk G.I. Joe Classified because that is my favorite. But sometimes we'll take a look at other stuff I like as well, which, as you well know, that's what we're going to do today because I picked this up last weekend. This is the Valaverse Action Force Dia de los Muertos Sidewinder exclusive. This is the exclusive for Legion Con, but we had Titans Toy Expo here in Nashville last weekend, and Valaverse was here, and he was selling this early, along with the entirety of Wave 6, but I only picked up this Sidewinder because I'm a sucker for Halloween stuff, Dia de los Muertos stuff. I love that, and not to mention, from what everybody's told me, Sidewinder is one of the best Valaverse figures. Now, I like Valaverse stuff. I don't collect a whole lot of it. Some say it's complementary to G.I. Joe. Some say it is anti-G.I. Joe. I like cool toys. I like cool army action figures. And this guy has the Dia de los Muertos makeup. He's got dual Mac 10s or 11s, probably 10s. I'm a sucker for those. It's one of my favorite weapons. So this guy was a kind of a perfect storm for a figure I wanted to pick up and have in my collection. So we're going to open him up and check him out and see what this guy's all about. Now, there is 3 different variants that you can get on the face paint on the figure. I have not opened the shipper box, as you can see, because I wanted to put that part on camera to see which one I get. So I'm going to film that. So we'll see if I got one of the, I guess, Chase, one of the variants. I'm not a big Chase variant guy. I'm not a big fan of that. It's cool. It's just I'm not somebody that's going to go out and chase them all down. However, I do like them. I like the way they look. And I would not be upset if I got one of the variants because they all look awesome. But if it's just the regular one, that's fine with me because that one looks cool too. So let's go ahead and check Sidewinder out right now. As you can see, I did pick 2 of these up at the Titans Toy Expo. However, only one of them is mine. The other one I picked up to be given as a giveaway over on Lawrence's channel, Punkle Toys, that very night. And it was given away. I've actually got to get this thing in the mail to the winner. However, I wanted to do my video first to talk about the chances of the different head sculpts, because that way I can keep up with whether or not I got one and whether possibly I sent one of the variant head sculpts to the winner of that contest. So that's what we're going to do here. So I am going to open this one solely for the fact that it's got a little bit of a crease right there in the shipper box, and this one doesn't. And I know that's not going to affect the figure inside, but I just have this thing about sending pristine stuff to somebody. So I'll take the one that's got the dinged up corner, and that's the one that we're going to open now. Now, if I am correct, there are only 100 of each of these 2 head sculpts here. So let's, moment of truth here, open mine up, and we'll see if I got one of the variants. I did not get one of the variants. I got the standard head sculpt, which is this one over here, and that is perfectly fine with me because I think that one looks awesome. So there is what he looks like in the package. We'll go ahead and get this guy out. It does have the collector friendly packaging here. Go ahead. Let's just go ahead and do this now. We'll just go ahead and look at the card art. I love this shot on the back. There he is with those dual Macs. There's his file card. If you guys want to pause that and read it, I'm not going to read it. 3 action points. So nice presentation. I love the shot. So and there is the front. We'll go ahead and get him out. I like that he actually comes packaged, holding holding the max like that. Because I mean, they already know that's how this guy's going to be rocking on the shelf. You get your Action Force stand down here with this little desert looking dio with the Valaverse on there. So we'll go ahead and get this stuff out of the way and get him out. Now, note you will need your trusty little wire snips here, because we did have just one of those little evil band ties in there. And I gotta say, no tape. So see how that works? See how that works, Hasbro? No tape. And all this stuff fit in there just perfectly with no tape. Recycle Hasbro's packaging to wrap Christmas presents with. So as we usually do, let's take a look at the accessories. Nice machete there, not gummy. Nice dark gray blade, black hilt. Looks good. You see the edge on it. Now these are 14 and up toys. Peg on the back. Nice kind of modular holster there. Am I putting that in right? Yep. And peg on the back. Nice olive green. Nice drab there. And a nice detail on it. See the rivets in the sheath for it. It does come with a bunch of hands. You do get a lot of hands with these guys. All kind of various motions. You got a grippy fist. And then you got your fist for underneath the stock to hold the stock, which I like that they go ahead and sculpt one so it fits. Not super pliable. Plastic is pretty rigid on these, so you might need to hit them with a hair dryer and get a punchy fist. And these all do a good job of matching up. Got the kind of combat tack gloves there. A little bit of modular looking knuckle duster things on there. And you actually get some different paint. Actually, a couple different paint apps on there. A little darker green. Do like those. Check out his helmet. Pretty good looking helmet. They always do a good job on these helmets. It's dark black. Is that black? Yeah, I gotta pull it off cam to look. Black helmet. You got your olive drab wrap going around to your earpieces. Swing down, and I'm sure those can probably pop out if you want them to. For the headset, I like that you can swing them back. Oh, there we go. Popped out. You can swing them back. You can also put different stuff in if you want to, move it forward, or they have other things that you can get, other head packs and things that you can swap this out with. It's a lot of little pieces. You do have to keep up with it. But the helmet looks really good, and you do have a spot on the front for your NVGs that are actually on a hinge, so they actually can swivel up and down when you pop them in. Imagine that. And make sure I'm putting these things on right, and I'm not. It's kind of hard to see that with these old eyes. I may have to pop that in off camera so I can look at it closer. Oh, there we go. Pops right in there. Flips up. I like that. They're actually going to stay on. They're actually going to stay up. I'm holding this way up here. I hope you guys can see some of that. Anyway, good looking green lenses on there. I like the helmet. It does come with a nice Kalashnikov style rifle. I don't think the magazines they are removable. Okay. I was wrong. It's taped double mag there. It's wood grain and foregrip. You do have a under barrel grenade launcher with a whole separate trigger system. With some nice tape wrapped around the mags there. Blast effect port for the grenade. You don't have one for the barrel of the rifle. Looks pretty good. I got no real complaints with this. I like the way it looks. It is not gummy. You don't get gummy in these weapons. And then, okay, that's the part that popped out of the helmet. I think we've looked at everything. So he does come with these Max. Let's go ahead and pull one out and take a look at it. This looks as it should for me. Big long stick mag. This is not removable on this one. And stock's all molded in. So this would have probably have a flip down wire stock, or maybe an extendable wire stock. Just a little brace. So I do like this. This is, as I mentioned, this is one of my favorite weapons. And these things were really simple. There's not a lot of detail on it, but this is exactly how they look. They're literally just some metal and some rivets and machine screws. I always love these. And he does come with two of them. And they do each have a suppressor that you can pop on. And then there is a blast effect port on that suppressor. A nice looking setup. That's one of the best looking weapons, just overall, just the type. In my opinion, I love this thing. So let's check out Sidewinder himself here. Check out what the paint looks like on the face. All of it looks like it's on there pretty even. I've seen one or two people that said that the eyes didn't look like they were right on it. I don't really see a problem with mine. It looks like he might be looking up just a little bit. But do you not? I don't know. It kind of looks like that scene out of '89 Batman with Jack Nicholson, where he looks up all menacing. You got the grin. So I love the paint. You got the fleur de lis there on the forehead, skull, mouth. I like it. I got no issues with it. I think it looks pretty good. Um, he is a Mexican soldier. He's part of the Mexican security forces, so he does have the flag there. I'm not sure how modular this stuff is. This looks like it's all sculpted in. Nope, it does pop off. So a lot of the Valaverse stuff's really modular. He's got the med pack there. Got some plates and pouches there. Got some nice zippers. This is a gray, the black. I guess that's a plate. I guess that's an armor plate. And looking at him, he does have over here, got the medical logo. It's what that looks like to me. Pretty sure that's a medic logo. Then he's got the Mexican flag. There's his radio. It does come with the sidearm that is holstered and is removable. We'll get to that in just a minute. Let's just finish going over him. Nice gray overlay. And underneath a black bodysuit with olive green trim. And go around the back. Going back into our kind of standard tack vest. All of this stuff back here. Okay, the whole belt pops off. So I was wondering if all of this stuff was removable. It is not. The whole belt pops off. So you can see nice gray. Got pouches going around there. There's your buckle. That is actually maybe a phone or another separate radio device. Black belt buckle, black modular holster. Pistol. Okay, that's a suppressor for the pistol. Let's take that out and check it out. Very sweet looking pistol. Like that sculpt and paint apps on it. It does have an optic on it. And I don't think the optic is painted. I don't think the lens is. Like a reflex type sight. This thing looks really good. It's got a laser down here at the bottom, undermounted laser in front of the trigger guard. And it does have this sculpted in snake skin looking design on it. Really good looking pistol. And then let's see if we can check out our suppressor for it. Nice box mounted suppressor. Or box style suppressor, I should say. Fits in, matches up nicely. Much cleaner, better looking design than the pistol like this that we kind of get with the G.I. Joe stuff. There's his belt. We'll just leave that off since we've looked at everything. The vest also does pop off. If you want to unsnap that, you can unclip it and take this whole vest off. Very modular if you want. I'm not going to do it. I don't need it off, but I just wanted to show that you can do it if you so choose. And down here on his pouch, leg pouches, he's got 3 grenades that are removable. Yeah, I'm not going to take all of these out because they will be gone. You got 3 egg grenades, black. I am not taking those out. Matter of fact, I'm going to make sure that one goes back in real good right now. Then over here on the right leg, you do have 3, whatever these are for you, smoke grenades, flashbangs, and these I'm guessing are removable, but they are. I may have to look at those off camera to see if those are removable because I can't tell. But they are nice silver, shiny metallic silver. And then going back just down into his pants, gray pants matches the rest of his tack vest. His thigh, I guess that's armor. I'm just a mounting pad, mounting platform for his grenades. And down into his boots and his pants legs, all look sculpted in really nice. Jump boot style combat jungle boot there. Laces way up. Takes him forever to put these boots on in the morning. Tucked into the boots. So I'm digging the figure so far. Butterflies are pretty good. Overlay kind of starts hitting it a little bit. But butterflies work pretty well. You got all of your articulation you would expect. Bicep, pinless double elbows. No issues with any of those joints moving. Do want to look at over here. On this arm, he does have this awesome diamond back pattern. Looks really good. No issues with paint apps or anything on it. Is wearing a watch that I believe is sculpted in. Let's see right now. That is sculpted in. Might as well go ahead and do that while we're right here, huh? Now let's check the knees. Little tight. I don't feel like I need to use heat on it. Looks pretty good. Do have a boot cut down here right up above the top of the boot. It's kind of a weird place to put it. I don't know. I don't know why we would put it there instead of just at the boot. Kind of breaks up the wrinkle design a little bit. It looks fine. I mean, it works. That's my main concern is that it works well. Seeing if that looks like that sheared a little bit right there when I bent that leg. Maybe a little piece right there. It's kind of the same thing that happened with my crankcase. I don't have any issues really moving the joints around. Just a little bit stiff, but I mean, again, that's better than being loose at all. So I'm pretty happy with this guy. I think he looks pretty good, man. Let's see how he stands. Drop down hips way down. Look at that. This guy's probably going to be able to sit in just about anything you want to put him in. This guy look good in the racer. I don't have a Vanguard, or he'd probably be driving it. I did look at them while I was at Titan Toy Expo. They had the one I like, which is the gray muddy one. How good would this dude look behind the wheel of the gray muddy Vanguard? So, all right, so let's see if these come out. I need to know if these come out. I don't know if they're meant to be removable or not. They almost seem like they're fixed in there. So I'm going to have to stop and look and see if these are meant to come out. So yes, they are removable. I actually had to look it up on the site and look at the picture of all of his stuff played out, splayed out. But they do look They do look like they're not going to come out, but they are. You just actually have to kind of wiggle them a little bit to get them out, which again is much better than them fitting in there loose. So I'm actually digging this guy. Think he's going to look badass with whatever you put him with. So we'll get him in some different poses and show off some of his different weapons and stuff here. You gotta love it anytime you can get anything doing the Chuck Norris Invasion USA box cover. Carrying his Kalashnikov, his whatever variant AK that is. I'm not gonna speculate. Just there he is, just creeping around. Stands really well. I don't have any issues with any of the joints, the articulation on this figure. It's all really well done, I think. And got him carrying the foregrip there on the grenade launcher. I forgot to put his pistol and the suppressor back on his belt though before I put everything back on. But I got his machete there on his back. Really good looking figure. And here we got a punchy fist, and we do have him holding his nice blade here, nice machete. That thing looks really good. I like the fact that they include a hand just specifically molded to hold the knives, because a lot of times on these figures, the knife hilts, not on these, but on just action figures in general, the knife hilts, the way they fit in the hands are they're loose, and you can't really a lot of times get a lot of good poses with them. And on these, I noticed that the different hands do have varying horizontal and vertical swivels on them for the hands. And I think this I grabbed the one that I haven't freed yet. So you might have to hit it with some heat. I recommend freeing these up before you put it in the arm. Go ahead and get these broken up just so you don't stress those pegs, because it is pretty stiff plastic. So you want to get those moving before you put them in. But dude just looks ominous. I really do dig it. Legion's Con exclusive Dia de los Muertos Sidewinder from Valaverse for Action Force. I really like this figure. It's very well constructed. Plastic feels good. Yeah, it is a lot more of a rigid plastic than Hasbro uses. Also, it says 14 and up on it right there. So Hasbro says what, 4 and up, I think. So it is definitely geared more toward adults with the more rigid plastic. So I'd keep that in mind while you're messing with it if you're going from like a classified straight to this. But I don't really have any complaints with this figure. I like all of his accessories. It's a good looking figure, man. If I got to give a rating to this figure, I do it in yeehaw. So I got to say, for me, this is a 4.5 yeehaw out of 5 figure for me. There's not really a lot that I feel like I could knock off this figure for. I do have this little bitty tiny shear back here, which is just this little notch, and it's not even really super noticeable when I bent the knee on the edge of the knee pad. Now, I didn't heat this up either. I didn't feel like I needed to heat it up. That's just a piece of plastic that caught, and that would have caught no matter what. And I can't really fault that. It doesn't affect the knee or even really the cosmetics. So can't say too much bad about that. That's really the little burr there. Not even anything major. It's not a flaw by any means. So I recommend picking this up if you guys are doing Valaverse, mixing them with your Joes. This guy's going to look good. Put them on Night Force, however you want to do it. I think this is going to be available on the site. I think November 9th. Don't quote me. I'm sure that information's out there. I didn't double check it, but I know after Legion's Con, it's going to go up on Valaverse. So let me know, did you guys pick this up? Are you doing Valaverse figures? Are you going to pick this one up just because it's cool? If you got it, did you get one of the variant head sculpts? Let me know what you think, and I will see you guys next time on 3 Star Draw.